and welcome to Press Play Presents The Dog Days of Summer. And tonight we're going to have some amazing stand-up and improv performances for you. And we'll get started first off with another member of Press Play who's going to do some stand-up for you, Jon Cheseboro. So give it up for Jon.
I didn't hear myself get introduced. So in a month, I'll be celebrating 1 year anniversary of my marriage. So I'm excited about that. Thank you. The last time I told people that, people booed me, which I thought was kind of weird. I was like, do they hate my happiness? Are they, miserable, lonely people, or they just hate my tax benefits? I couldn't figure out what it was, but either way, very excited. It was just at my brother's wedding in Buffalo, New York. Really? Okay. Not my favorite place. Not really that nice. But we were driving there, and there was a church that had a sign outside that said, "When Satan knocks, tell Jesus to get it." And I thought this was kind of cool, but then I started to think about it. I was like, well, first of all, if Jesus was at my house, I don't think I'd tell him to get the door. Think of the logistics of that. You're in the shower and you're like, Jesus, who's at the door? Get the fucking door! And then also, if Jesus was there, wouldn't you want him doing other things than getting your door? You'd be like, Jesus, fix my shoulder. Jesus, multiply my bread. Jesus, make me immortal. There's so many cool things you could do. And that also made me think, all right, if Jesus gets the door for Satan, he's going to let him in. He's Jesus. And so then you have this awkward situation with the nicest guy in the world sitting with the biggest asshole in the world in your living room. And I couldn't figure out the logistics of that. But anyway, so it was a good wedding in Buffalo. I have a big family. We're Catholic, 2 brothers and a sister. And like many families, my family's kind of weird. We're not super close. At my sister's wedding, which was many years ago, I actually introduced myself to my grandmother. You laugh, but this was the true story. So my brother and I arrived. It's up in Vermont. And we get there early, and it's the groom's parents and grandparents, and then my grandmother at the end. So we're going down the line, we're shaking hands, introducing ourselves. And I get to my grandmother. I'm like, "Hi, I'm Jon." And she's like, "Yes, I'm your grandmother." I was like, oh shit. I'd seen my grandmother 3 times in my life, so it wasn't that weird that I wouldn't know who she was. And then my brother Dave is next to me, and he comes up, and I'm like, "Dave, no." And it was this slow motion scenario where he's like, "Hi, I'm Dave." And I think just the groom's parents and grandparents were like, what kind of family is our son marrying into? Their brother introduced themselves to their grandmother, so that was awkward. I have also, when I was a kid, so we had 2 sheepdogs growing up, and they were named Mobitz 1 and Mobitz 2. And those are weird names because they're actually the name of a heart disease, a heart condition. And so we had 2 sheepdogs, 1 died, immediately they got another one, gave it the same name. And the first Mobitz 1 is kind of a non-fatal heart disease, it's kind of benign, you can live a normal life. The second one is actually you can die very easily. And it was weird that the dogs, Mobitz 1 actually died, he just wandered off in the woods and died one day. You don't know what happened. And then Mobitz 2 just got hit by a car. He was 2. But it always made me think, I was like, I think my parents killed my dogs by naming them a heart disease. What a horrible thing to do. Would you name your kids something similar? If you were lymphoma, bladder cancer. Those are terrible names, and you're kind of dooming your kids either getting that disease or just killing themselves because they hate your life. So I always thought that was kind of weird. You guys been watching the Olympics?
Yeah.
Yeah? The Olympics are awesome, right? You see these superhuman things people do, and people only give a shit every 4 years for 2 weeks. Nobody cares otherwise. Nobody knows who these people are. On a daily basis, honestly, wouldn't we all rather just you want to know what Kim Kardashian's tweeting, you you want to watch YouTube videos of kittens in boxes. You guys see Maru the kitten? Super cute. I think it's kind of like, you know, reading like Proust or something. Like, nobody reads Proust. You read The Hunger Games. You read John Grisham, right? Like, you want like shitty junk food entertainment. But the Olympics were so cool, I thought, because you guys see, what's her name? Gabby Douglas? Yeah, like awesome female gymnast. She won 2 gold medals in the individual and the all-around. Never been done before. This is like unbelievable. But what amazed me about it was the announcers. Like, I don't think I could be an Olympic announcer. They have this superhuman ability to just read the minds of all the athletes. And so, you know, initially, like some of the commentary, just to let you know, with Gabby Douglas, it was like she's, you know, before her routine, getting warmed up, and they're like, you know, she's really nervous about this because she hasn't done this in international competition, and last time she hurt her ankle. And I'm watching, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. She's probably nervous, and you know, stuff like that. And then she's, you know, doing the event, and they're giving more commentary, and they're like, so you know, she's actually her best friend, Gabby Elcott, couldn't be here today because she died when she was 4 years old, and you know that Gabby's thinking about that right now. And so we're like, how the fuck did the announcer know that? That's kind of weird. And then after the competition, she's, you know, smiling and happy, and the announcer's like, you know what, Gabby's thinking that Romanian bitch better suck in the next round. And so amazing that they can read minds. I was very impressed with that. But yeah. And another thing, so I have a kitten, and I don't know about you guys. Do you guys have pets, people, pets, children? You guys well, they're kind of the same thing, right? Like, do you guys have friends who talk about their pets like they're their kids? And they just constantly like show you pictures, tell you these long-winded stories, and you're like, I don't care. I don't care about your pet. And, oh my God, my cat Sheldon did the cutest thing the other day. He was running up to the refrigerator, he jumped right in, and just got the fridge closed on him. It was so cute. And then another day, when we first got him, he was 2 weeks old. We had to bottle feed him for 2 weeks, like a baby, because he got taken away from his mother. You guys would love my kitten, he's so cute. It's like my child. But no. But really excited you guys are here. We have some awesome groups for you.